pictures could be taken. When I do a circle, it is open to every culture, every person on Mother Earth. Take pictures, take what you learn and spread it out to other people. We want to send partnership, friendship out. And that's what hope, and that's what David would want as well. We will send out the friendship. We're just going to sing the welcoming song, then I'll do the opening prayer. I like to do the welcoming song to invite the spirits, to invite the Creator, and just to get Mother Earth to understand that we are opening before I do the prayer. So all the spirits welcome, those that are going to be joining us. There'll be no lead, we'll all sing as we go. 4 rounds, and after 4 rounds, then I'll do the open prayer. When we're doing drumming, we honor the 4 races of Mother Earth, and that is why I want people to share in what I have to say, share in what I do, so that they understand why I'm doing it. And I'm doing it to bring people together. And today, especially for David. So we're going to invite the black people, the yellow people, the white people, the red people, which is everybody on Mother Earth, not just the filthy rich. They're welcome too. Yeah, if we could just stand, except for those of you that cannot stand. Agayon in my language translated is the source to where this prayer is going. In Ojibwe, Shemnido, the Great Spirit, and of course Creator God. I don't try French because I probably say something silly on that, so I don't.
Bienvenue, welcome.
Agayon, Shemnido, Creator God. We thank you for this day. We thank you for the wonderful day you have given us to gather together in memory of our brother. We want this to be cheerful, wonderful, letting go of David into the spirit world. And we ask the spirits who have joined us to gather as much of our energy to go with him as possible. Thank you for the children that are here. They need to be here. The elders, the mothers, the fathers, the aunts, and the uncles. crazy friend of mine decided to go to the spirit world ahead of time. We had a naming ceremony planned on Saturday. So now we have to bring that ceremony ahead of time so that he could take what's his to or hers, however way. I gave him a skirt one time because I told him, well, if you're going to be a lady, you need a skirt because we know that he loves wearing skirts. So wherever he's going, I want him to bring his name with him, whatever he's got, that our friendship, every person here must have some connection to be here. I'm here because he asked me to do the naming ceremony for him. Not only that, he was a really good friend of mine. We quarreled a lot, we disagreed a lot. He's got his own energy, I've got mine that's a little bit, we're both clashing, but we'd say, come blueberry picking time, okay, let's go pick blueberries. And then we'd argue again a few minutes later. But yeah, this is for him. So what I want to do, I'm going to not only introduce yourself to the spirits that are here to one another, share a little bit, if you want, about David. Silly things, crazy things, and we all know he was a little crazy. The wonderful elders that worked at Pitawanakwat, his name given to him was Root Man in translation. I do not know how to say Ojibwe. Okay. I am his female sponsor, so I'm the one that's going to call the spirits. Will is the male sponsor. He's going to send out that name in Ojibwe. And then there's, are you sending your name out too, Andrea?
Originally, I had asked Crystal to do my female sponsor.
Yeah.
But she's away with her son in the zoo.
Okay, do you still want to send out your name? Yeah. What about your male sponsor? Do you have?
Yeah, Mike here.
Okay. Well, I'll take over your female sponsor. Okay. So what we're going to do when we're sending out, and while after we've done that, Will is going to do his pipe ceremony for David, you wonderful man. So I guess what we'll do is send out the name. When we have a name, we had a name even before we came to Earth. So when you're a small child, that's when that name is very vivid. So the elders used to say, in my culture anyway, that name needs to come out as soon as the baby is born. So that's what's happened with me. In Ojibwe, it's a whole different thing. You could change your name 3 or 4 times in a lifetime. And I like that. I think that would be awesome to have 3 or 4 names. But, so what we're going to do, when you get your name, when you have your name, it's just not a name. My name Lukotak has a meaning behind it. Take your time. Pick out what you need to pick out before you throw it to the target. So all those things, I know why they named me that. I just go ahead and I talk what's in my, I don't think about it. So that name is really not good. But for David, Root Man, even though I did not get that name, so David, so him. His roots are here. His roots are all, when we go blueberry picking, he doesn't clean his blueberries. Oh, I used to get so mad at him. You gotta clean your own blueberries, David, I'd say. And he would go, oh no, I just picked them and my friend will clean them or my mom will clean them. So, but he was so rooted on Mother Earth. So, what we'll do, did I give you your name?
Yeah.
And what was the name?
Clearing Morning Sky Woman. Clearing Morning Sky Woman.
Early morning?
Clearing.
Huh?
Morning.
Clearing.
Oh, clearing. Okay. Andrea, I gave her her name. Uh, when I give out a name, I have a person walk a whole week with the tobacco to put their prayers and their spirit into that. Then I meditate and I pray. And for her, in the morning, this is early in the morning, and I'm looking out, and the clouds. I'm always in clouds. I'm Pitawanakwat, by the way. I married a Pitawanakwat. And the clouds move away, and the sun is coming out, and everything is starting to look. Early in the morning, you know how mist, there's some mist all over, a healing mist, but that was her name. That was her, Andrea, coming up the sky, kind of pushing the sky away and coming up as the sun. Early morning, the sun coming out. And that's her name, and that's what he's going to send out today. So we'll go ahead. Okay, hang on.
Just to respect with regards to those sponsors, your meal sponsor, does he want to speak to that name as well, or just offer support of that name? Because I wish to do the same for Dave. Share that balance of that sponsoring of the name. So
Yes.
Yeah,
we'll do a little bit of teaching.
For Dave, that name's root man. We say it, and we have that symbol of everyone has roots, right? But in our language, in the Anishinaabe language, the word jibidik is that root. The roots, the trees, the plants, the grass, all those things have roots. But when we look at, and it's a teaching I'll share later about the pipe, and that like the plant and like the tree, they don't grow in one direction. Those roots don't reach out in one direction. They reach out in all directions. And the root of that word, jibidik, that j in there, is also in the word for spirit and many spiritual elements in the Anishinaabe language. And because of that association, is that when we see a tree, its spirit is unseen. You understand? That medicine, we see its leaf, but its spirit is unseen. But where is it? It's deep within the earth. And when we understand Dave, when we understand the role that he played, and that name that came to him was because exactly what it was. He was in the earth. He was in the earth. And what those roots bring to us and give us is what the teachings that come from those trees. And I'll save that for when I do the pipe teaching. Does the sponsor want to share?
Yo, today mentioned just to talk about Dan. I wanted to have a chance to talk with you. And this is the first time I'm talking with Andrea. But I have a question for you though. I heard Grandma talk about taking time when you carry that name. And the question I have for you is, what medicine do you need from that name? Take your time with that, okay? And I'm very honored that you asked me to do this to help you.
I've actually had that name for probably about 4 years now. It's been a little bit. I recently had it translated into a Dubois. And the translation is Japon Wabno Bishkukwe. And I did have that for, it's been about 3 months now. What I carry with me when I say that name, when I feel into it, is how I can help others, how I can bring that to others, how I can help them clear their own skies, the storms from their mind, from their life. That's how I feel it.
So Will, we will stand for spirits of the east, I call on you to let you know that the name of our friend David, his spirit name, is Root Man.
Jibidik Nene. Your turn. So we got another one before we turn.
You turned around, eh?
Spirits of the east, I present to you Andrea, and her spirit name is clearing morning woman. Might keep saying
Japon, Wagner, Bistro, Quick.
Okay, so the east now has that name.
Let's turn to the south.
Spirits of the south, we present our friend David. His spirit name is Root Man.
Jibidik Nene.
Spirits of the south, I present Andrea and her spirit name, Clearing Morning Woman.
Japon, Wagner, Bistro, Quick.
Face west.
Spirits of the west, I present David and his spirit name, Root Man.
Jibidik Nene.
Spirit of the west, spirits of the west, I present Andrea and her spirit name, Clearing Morning Woman.
Japon, Wagner, Bistro, Quick.
Face the north. You don't know the direction? Look on your roof. See if you got any snow there.
Spirits of the north, I present David and his spirit name, Root Man.
Jibidik Nene. Oh.
Spirits of the north, I present Andrea and her spirit name, Clearing Morning Woman.
Japon, Wagner, Bistro, Quick.
Okay, so this has completely sent the name out to all the world, the whole universe. We present Clearing Morning Woman. And David. Yes.
Beamed again song. Everybody recognize that? Remember that? Hear that word that was in that song? Beamed again. That beamed again means what? What does it mean? Welcome. But literally what it means is a bit more powerful when we understand a little bit more about the language. That be is in that root element in our language when you add to a word, like in that song, is bimase, bimase, bimajuan. When you say these words, that bih gives movement. And what movement does it give? That water. The word for water in the Ojibwe language is nibish, nibih, and its root is bih, in what it does. Not what it is, but what it does. When a child is born, what signals that child coming into this world? The water. So what's the word for baby in Ojibwe? Bih noji. Abinoji. And that j at the end of it tells us there's a spirit there. Like I mentioned the word for jibidik, for those roots. So here is that flow of that spirit in this life. That word for life is in that song you just sang. Ah, bih mad zuin. Bih. That life is about that flow. So when we say welcome, that's what we are understanding and recognizing. So, ani bojo will morning dish the cause. Giwed dong and noswet mine gun nishmi noswet. Mine get dora. About day meanwhile, but you want to go to Dona Kim Mampi, University Sudbury, Kinamage Winine. My spirit name is North Facing Wolf. I teach at the university. I'm originally from Pitawanakwat Bay. My grandparents are from Michipicoten. My ancestors are from the eastern shores of Lake Superior. My mom, who still lives and speaks the language, she lives at Pioneer Manor, so I can almost see her from here. So she's looking this way. Yesterday I honored her in the sharing when we did that talk about the Spirit, the Sisters of Spirit gathering yesterday, and how important it is to understand who our first teacher is our mothers, and in that role that we play. So I'm here and honoring and recognizing that what it is that she taught me, that she's going to teach me every time she breathes life, every day. She reminds me that I still have lots to learn. And she continually tells me she's going to learn me the real Ojibwe. And she does. But the dialects change and vary from region to region, from dialect zone to dialect zone. And that's the beauty of our culture, because geography helps shape those different dialects. Because that's our relationship and connection to the earth. The teachings I'm going to be sharing with you about the Puagan, that pipe, that powwow you go to, comes from when we would gather with these pipes and we would see these drums, these fires, these feasts. That powwow comes from that Puagan. And that Puagan is that pipe that we have. Many of you know it as the peace pipe. And when we're done, I will show you why it is called the peace pipe. I was gifted this pipe by Joseph Laford, an elder friend of mine, who ironically was a student in my class, and I was his teacher. And by the end of the class, he said, "Whoa, here." In fact, I was the student, and they, my students, become my teachers. I have many students that are here that are wonderful teachers of mine, but I have old friends that are teachers, that continue to be teachers of mine. And I honor and acknowledge all of you for what it is that you bring to that life, because when I share this pipe, I share you as well. The tobacco that I collected from you, I'll be placing it in that pipe, and the teaching that comes with that is how important it is that your collective thoughts are now together. And I'll be placing them in that pipe, and when I light that pipe, like that sage that is burned, it's that spirit of that medicine that is released. And in those smoke that rises is our thoughts that we placed into that tobacco. But it's not individual, it's collective. It's that circle, and that's that power. As we honor Dave, and as we honor the names that were gifted here today, and honor your names, and your spirit, and your path, and your tradition, and your spirituality, we recognize that this symbol of this Puagan is about us coming together. The two primary elements of the pipe is the stem and the bowl. As I indicated, this was made from wood, so it comes from trees. Right. So what direction does a tree grow? Straight up would be a stick. So what direction does a tree grow? In every direction. So if there was a set of eyes and a set of ears at the end of each branch and each leaf and each root, what would it see and what would it hear? And so if it heard and saw everything, what would it know? Everything. So if it knows everything, it knows the truth. And the truth in the Ojibwe language is Debwe win. Everyone say Debwe win. Debwe win. I'm throwing some language lessons in here. So that bih is in there. Debwe. That bih is that flow. And where is it flowing from? The heart. So when you speak from the heart, you are speaking the truth. So that flow from that heart. Debwe win. And that win at the end of that word tells us it's about all things. That inclusiveness. When you say Bamad's a win, it's not just one's life, but all of life. Understanding that language is powerful because it brings it all together. So that tree is a symbol of that truth in the Anishinaabe teaching. Truth. This is a stone pipe, the bowl that it is. So what's the symbol of? Who is it a symbol of? Women and the earth, Mother Earth. What gender is that? So what gender is she? In that symbol of that song that we began with, the pipe taught me. Took me 2 years for me to understand what it was meant to be, what his or her purpose was. Every pipe is different, and it took 2 years for this pipe to tell me what its role was. It told me it is to be a community pipe. Some pipes are individual pipes, some pipes are war pipes, some pipes are peace pipes, some pipes are gender. Some are community, some are individual. And just like your names, they have an individual role. And this pipe was to bring people together. Another thing the pipe taught me was how important it is I must ask permission of her to receive him. I ask permission of Mother Earth to receive that stem. In the same way, when we plant those seeds, we ask permission. We give that offering and ask to receive that seed. I say the same, and it was the pipe that taught me this, and how important it is as us men to make sure that we ask permission of our women. I said, "Miigwech, being again, stuck with, oh."